growing up in school, I couldn't read like the other kids in my class. My first memories of reading were struggling to read the simplest of words. But when I read aloud on my own, I could understand everything, but the second I had to read out loud, all of my reading ability vanished. I stuttered, I raced through and skipped words. I butchered the pronunciation of any word I wasn't confident in. My battle with reading continued for years, even when I was getting help like extra reading homework in special classes. You name it, I tried it. For years, the teachers could not figure out why I was struggling with reading, and as a result, my spelling skills weren't that great either. All of my teachers could not figure out why I wasn't understanding the stories, but I was. I just couldn't read them. I got so frustrated that I didn't want to read anymore. I mean, what's the point? I was made fun of when I read out loud, so I avoided it as much as possible. For years, I missed out on the joy that reading brought me. I spent the better part of my schooling career avoiding reading at all and any cost. Because of that, I was placed in classes that didn't fit my intellectual needs. In 7th grade, I was in a class that was learning consonant and vowel sounds. I wanted to prove to people that I was capable of a consonant E makes what sound. I told all of my teachers, my mom, my guidance counselor, that I wanted a chance. I wanted the chance to prove that I knew what I was doing. That was my first time I advocated for myself. I was not meant for that class. Once I believed I was good enough and smart enough for any harder classes, I proved my whole school wrong. I was moved into language classes and even surprised myself with how well I was doing. I got A's in French, Japanese, and the one I pursued through school and loved the most was Latin, which I got an A in as well. Never feeling the pressure of reading anymore, I discovered my new love for books. I found a place in school besides the art room where I felt in my element. More confident than ever with my reading abilities, I realized what great places libraries can be. No longer feeling inferior, I flourished in the library, getting a new book at least once a week. I was grounded from reading at home. Yes, I know it sounds crazy, but it actually happened. I found myself while I was reading. I found who I wanted to be. It was at that point I knew what I wanted to do with my life. Sure, I toyed with the idea of being an English teacher, a school counselor, even a mortician for a little bit, but none of those seemed right. None of those seemed to fit what I wanted to do. Then someone told me about being a librarian. I thought, a librarian? I don't know. I don't want to be one of those stuffy librarians that just shushes everyone. I know it may not be some people's ideal profession, but it is mine. Not for the reason a lot of people think. Yes, I do love books, I love reading, I love being surrounded by knowledge, but more than anything, I want to be the person I needed when I was younger. I want to be the person who inspires students to do their best, who shows them the wonders that the libraries can hold so that those students can go out and show people what they have learned. It may not be people's ideal profession, but I can't imagine myself doing anything else.